Why am I giving a lecture on what it is? Coachella, it's basically just like that. So I would give you some lame excuse for why I haven't made a video in 2 weeks, but the excuse is I've just been busy. Tomorrow I'm actually going to Reading Festival, and if you live in England you more than likely know what that is, but if you don't, it's basically a festival. So I thought, because I'm a massive festival expert, that I would give some tips. These are in no specific order, I'm literally just going to talk to you about my festival experiences and maybe you can learn from my mistakes. So last year I attended Latitude. First mistake I made was I actually didn't take proper shoes. Now you're probably thinking like, this is like the stupidest thing, like how is this a tip, because that's just common sense. But just me thinking that because it was summer and hot I didn't need actual shoes, so I took a pair of flip-flops. And not using my common sense, I was stood in a field of dust and dirt. So you can imagine after like the first 2 hours of jumping up and down the field that my feet were completely black, and luckily my friend bought extra shoes that I borrowed from him. Second thing is, if you plan on drinking alcohol, I know that certain festivals don't let you take glass bottles in, so always put your alcohol in plastic bottles. A lot of festivals they'll just let you take it in, but some of them... This leads me to the third tip. Take water, obviously, but make sure a few nights or the night before, put it in the freezer and freeze your bottles of water, because you'll be so thankful for it when you get to the festival, because for a good day and a half your water will stay cold, because if it's hot you're literally going to be drinking like warm water and it's absolutely disgusting. So freeze your water. Oh yeah, so if you've been to a festival you know that the toilets are like porta potties, and believe it or not, they run out of toilet paper really quick, so always take a roll of toilet paper with you, and baby wipes along with that. Take toilet paper and baby wipes because it's just good to have these handy. And a lot of you will probably know most of these tips, a lot of these are just common sense, but if you are like me and don't use your brain as much as you could, you make these mistakes and go without it. Oh yeah, and take your ticket, because you can't get in without your ticket. I haven't done this, but... Probably the most important tip I can probably give you is, if you're planning on getting extremely intoxicated, make sure you know the exact time and place of where the act you're going to see is. I don't really remember much, but yeah, make sure you know where you're going and what time. Even if you're like being dragged across the floor, just be like, I know what stage it is, it's the one with like the red... I usually remember it by colour. Why am I carrying on? I don't know. Oh, another tip is, take a festival phone. It's just safer, and if you lose it or it gets stolen or anything like that, it's not a big a deal. If you're someone like me who has an iPhone, that can cost like a lot of money to replace. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something, if that. And if you did learn something, or if you've got any tips to give me, leave it in the comments below, because I'll be reading them, and maybe I'll remember something, and maybe you'll save me a massive stress for when I get to Reading and be like, thank you to that viewer that suggested I do that. And I'll see you soon. Don't know when it will be, hopefully next week, more than likely next week, but if it's not, don't hold me to it.